Hi everyone, I'm Anne-Marie Braga, your new DHS Executive Director. I wanted to take a minute just to send a quick video. Some of you know I did this at my previous job at the state with the Colorado Department of Human Services. I used to do what I called vlogs, video logs, that I would send out periodically to counties around the state. So some of you might have seen these. I did have a few folks asking, are you going to do vlogs at DHS? And so, yeah, I really want to continue this at some cadence. And I just wanted to start with telling you today is my 1 month anniversary. I started on October 9th and it is November 9th. And so much has happened. I feel like I've been here actually a lot longer in some ways, and it's also flown by. So I just want to start with saying thank you for the warm welcome. Everyone has been just fabulous welcoming me and sharing their ideas. And so I wanted to share kind of what I've learned over the last month. But I first wanted to start for folks who haven't had a chance to meet me yet or come to one of our questions and connections meetings, just a little bit about me. So I just wanted to let you know why I came into this position. That was one of the questions the first time around. And why I chose to apply for this is because I really wanted to get a little bit closer to the work. I'm a social worker by trade, and I thought I would never work in administration. I always wanted to be on the front lines. And then when I was on the front lines for a while, I was like, wow, they're kind of screwing things up at the top. So I thought maybe I should do administration. And so over the years, I worked within the state public health department as a social worker and doing health equity work, environmental justice work, and community engagement. For 15 years, I did that at the State Department of Public Health and Environment, and then moved over to the Colorado Department of Human Services 4 years ago and worked there throughout COVID and up until a month ago, and absolutely loved the work. It does fit really well with my social work background, and in that role I built our first equity, diversity, and inclusion team at the department and was the deputy for Michelle Barnes. So that's a little bit about kind of my background. But the reason I really wanted to come here is because I wanted to get a little bit closer to the people. I just feel like working at the local level just gets you closer to that, and I want to make a difference. I also believe greatly in Mayor Johnston's vision and excited to help realize that in the role that I get to play. So that's just a little bit about me. I don't want this to go too long because then it's hard. People don't want to listen to them. You get it in your inbox and you're like, okay, no, that's going to take forever. So I just want to tell you, I've been getting out and about. Many of you have had the chance to meet. I've gotten to go on all the floors here at the Castro building. And then I also went to East and to Taylor offices. I got to go to the reception center, of course, the welcome center. And then I've also volunteered at one of the migrant shelters and want to do that a little bit more as well to help out. But just to give me a view into everything happening and then just have a chance to meet all of you. I know that there are a lot of you and it's going to take me time, and sometimes when I come on your floor you might not be in that day since we have the 3-day week in the office and 2 days at home. I'm going to keep coming around. That's not something I plan to stop doing at all while I'm in my role. Right now it's about me getting to know you and say hello and learn about your role, and in 6 months hopefully it's me asking you about your family and I know you a little better. So that's my goal. I also wanted, I'm also doing something I'm calling deep dives. So for the next 8 weeks, deep diving into a division, which just means I'm trying to spend about 10 to 20 hours a week in that division, just meeting all of you and then learning more about what you do. It helps me to know what you do and learn the language and all of the different things, because even though, I've been with human services at the state, things are different at every county. So I want to really learn about DHS and understand you all really well so I can represent you well when I'm out there. So yeah, this week I'm working with PIAD or PIAD, and I get to learn more, and then the next following weeks, I'll be getting out to see all of you. And so what I've been learning so far, just from having conversations and looking at our employee engagement survey, is you all love your jobs, most of you. I'm sure there's a few out there who don't, but in general, DHS staff are so passionate and care so much about the people we serve, and I love that. It's just about service. Some of you've shared that we don't pay enough, and I hear that as well. I'll see what I can do about that while I'm in this role, but I know that that's hard, especially when we have such tough jobs. When you don't feel like you're being adequately compensated, that can be really rough. So just know that I hear that as well. You also want more communication with executive leadership. So that's something, for those of you who know me, I'm pretty good about communicating, just talking a lot. I enjoy connecting. So I'm hopeful that the style that I bring to this leadership team will help improve that. But I'm also wanting to listen to you all and find out what are those communication mechanisms that will work for you. I joked during one of our questions and connections meetings yesterday that, we do some TikToks, which I was promptly told we can't use TikTok, but you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to think outside the box. So this is another way that using this blog to just share things that are happening. So hopefully in future vlogs, I'll have some key things I can be sharing about that will benefit you. And if you'd rather have an email or a newsletter, we can do those too. So definitely want to work on communication. Oh, the other thing is that I know I've heard a lot about we need a long-term plan for our migrant response. And so that's something that Mimi and I and Kay and the rest of our team is working on. We're going to be bringing together a migrant advisory council where we bring key players from around the city who are our partners to really think through where does this truly belong long term? What does that look like? How many folks can we serve? One of the examples I've been giving is we can serve 500 people really well with case management and all the things. Well, and I'm just giving an example. I don't know if that's the right number, but we can give people more and help support them. Or with the 3,000 people, we can shelter and feed them, and we can't do the same level of case management services we might like to do and help support them in getting, moving on to that next phase after we help shelter them. So we're trying to figure that out. It's definitely something top of mind that we're working on right now. So just wanted you all to know that the volunteering, and I appreciate all of you who have volunteered or have been reassigned over time. And with the holidays coming up, we're not sure exactly what to expect. We have seen a decline in folks coming, but then it's kind of leveled off this week. So we're not exactly sure what's going to happen, but we definitely want to make sure that we are thinking ahead. So just wanted you to know that too. And then I also attended one of our EDI, I think it's called the Ambassadors Meeting. I think I got that right. And as I mentioned, I built our first Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion team and hired our EDI officer at CDHS. And so I definitely plan on hiring staff to support the EDI work. I know many of you have been volunteering your time, and thank you. I've been very impressed with all of the emails and celebrating the different weeks. It's a lot of work, and I understand it's a lot of work. It's something that I've done my whole career. That's actually what got me into social work, was social justice, and that I'll leave for a different vlog maybe, but it's important to me. Just know that I'm trying to listen and learn before I take a lot of action. So just give me a little bit of time, but I definitely want to make sure that we have a strong EDI plan where we are inclusive of all voices, and we are doing everything we can to be inclusive and not divisive. And so just know there's more to come on that as well. Also, the new parking lot looks great. I want to give a shout out to our team who does the building operations. I know that you often get questions about the various things that aren't working or people hope to be working, and I know you're a small but mighty team, so thank you for all of that work. And the parking lot looks beautiful. When I first got here, there was all the construction, and now walking on the nicely paved parking lot, it's definitely looking great. And I told folks this yesterday too, that I have never I've been in this building one other time, but coming from the state into the building, it's really beautiful. Like I'm sure that those of you who've been around from the beginning, you look at it and see the faults, but I actually think that the color and the photos that are down in the hallways and stuff, it's really, really beautiful. So I'm excited to be able to come here to work every day. So again, if you see me, please come up and introduce yourself. I'm trying to get to know everyone. It'll take me some time, but thank you so much for all you do. We are a team, and I'm really excited to work with you to help continue to serve and strengthen the lives of all of the folks in Denver. So have a great day. And just so you know, this vlog is a little longer because it was my first one, but hopefully the next few will be a little bit shorter and I'll do them a little more often. So thanks again, and I'll see you around. Bye.